This week on CWN, the BPA team did great at state.
And our own Drama Cats had their one-act play competition. I'm Kendall.
And I'm Jolie, and today is Saturday, March 12th, 2022. You are watching Calallen Wildcat News Weekly Review.
You know, Jolie, it's another week here at KRISTV. You know, you're moving from weather over here to the anchor. Definitely really nice to anchor with you. But so grateful to have another week here. You know, I've seen the show on Freedom Fitness, Chops and Eggs. You know, I've had people come up to me.
You know, I heard it was also in Taqueria, Jalisco in Flower Bluff. It's really cool because a lot of people I know some family members are watching. Hi, Grandma. It's just like, it's really cool. It is.
It really is. Now we're going to take it on to our Drama Cats. So I know last week we did mention our Drama Cats were beginning their competition for one act play this past Monday and had their opening night outside of competition the Friday before that. Trinity caught up with several interviews with various cast members and our very own theater director, Miss Leal Ramirez, after opening night. Listen to her for more information on how the Drama Cats feel about the play and anything else we need to know.
Hey everyone, I'm Trinity here with Grant, and I just watched their wonderful performance of Blithe Spirit. So, Grant, how does it feel to get your first performance done?
Let me tell you, it's tiring, but fulfilling. Really, it really is. I'll tell you what.
Well, that's amazing, and it looked wonderful. Can you explain what this luxurious costume is all about?
Well, this luxurious costume is not my main character that I play. I play a character called Dr. Bradman, but this is my French butler look I used for the transition.
Wow, and those transitions were perfect. And thank you so much. I know next week y'all are going off to competition.
Yes, we are. Next Tuesday at 11 a.m. We're first.
Ooh, break a leg. And I'm here with Alexis. So, how did you help out in the production?
I'm the makeup artist and the costume designer.
Ooh. So, how did you think of the amazing hairstyle on Madame Arcati?
Arcati, we took inspiration from the actual Blithe Spirit play, movie, whatever you want to regard it as. And she showed me that idea, and I was like, we could do that, and we did it, and it took like 20 minutes. It was great. Very nice.
Well, I have to say, all the costumes were amazing. The hairstyles were perfectly placed, and the makeup was on point. I could barely tell the age of so many of them. I knew a bunch of them were old people, but I couldn't remember that they were teenagers.
That's what is important, I guess.
And now I'm here with Delilah. So, what did you think of the performance?
I thought they did really, really good, and I was smiling like the entire time.
It was quite hilarious.
Yeah.
Which character did you admire the most?
The old lady, Miss.
Oh, Madame Arcati?
Yes, her.
Yes.
She was my favorite. She was funny. I love
Quite
her.
amusing. I agree completely. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And how do you think they're going to do at competition?
I think they're gonna do great.
That's great. And that's all for now.
We will have more on that video next week. They did end up getting second place at Tuesday's competition and will be advancing to the bi-district competition. Let's take it to Miss Leal for the results.
Hello, I'm Joshua Perkins with Calallen TV, and I'm here with Miss Leal Ramirez. So can you tell me about the one-act play?
Yes. So yesterday we were at district competition at Toloso Midway High School, and we advanced. We were in the top 3 of the district, and so we move on into bi-district competition. So we will now be facing theater companies from the Valley as well as Toloso Midway and Zapata, who also advanced with us yesterday.
That's great. Can you tell me a little bit about the individual awards?
Yes. So we had 4 students get individual awards. Giora Jones was recognized with All-Star Technical Award. And then Ethan Sullivan and Esperanza Lopez got honorable mention, All-Star Cast. And Aaron Krizak was awarded All-Star Cast Member.
That's great. So what's the next step?
So now we'll continue rehearsing. We will be having a 7th period show this Friday in the auditorium. Tickets will be on sale tomorrow for $3, and then we will continue rehearsing over spring break. And our competition will be March 23rd and 24th at Tolosa Midway High School for bi-district.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time. That's it for me. Now back to the studio.
You know, Jolie, I did get to interview that, so I did get to see a little bit of the play, and it was really good. Like, it was really funny.
I've been hearing a lot of great things. I know Rabena's been in it for years. She's doing great things. A little bit about the concept of the play. It's really interesting.
It
so
really is.
if you want to know about it, check it out. The BPA team did attend their state competition last week and did absolutely incredible. One of our students, Isabella Garcia, is advancing to nationals. Congratulations to her. We spoke to her and Mr. Warwick for more insight on the competition and what all these results mean for them. Let's take it to Curtis with more.
Morning Wildcats, it's me, Curtis. I'm here with Isabella Garcia, and she plays 5th in state in advanced spreadsheet applications. That's her division, and she did really good. She's going on to nationals at the beginning of May. So can you tell us a little bit about how the experience was at state and how you're going to prepare for nationals?
It was really exciting. My heart was pounding during the test. It was pounding when I was up on stage. To prepare, I'm going to look back at practice tests I've been given and ask for some more if possible.
All right, well, perfect. Yeah, well, congratulations on, getting 5th place at state, and good luck going on to nationals. We wish you nothing but the best, and, just go and do what you do, and we know you're going to do great. So that's all from us. Now let's take it to Mr. Rourke. Good morning, Wildcats. It's me, Curtis, and I'm here with Mr. Rourke, and we're going to talk about this BPA competition that's going on that actually went on last weekend. So we know we had a couple people go up there for the state competition in BPA. We actually had one member, Isabella Garcia, make it to state, or nationals, actually. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Actually, the BPA State Leadership Conference was held in Fort Worth last week, Wednesday through Saturday. 14 BPA members from Calallen attended, competed in various events, did very well, and pleased to report that one of our team members will be advancing to the national competition. Isabella Garcia placed as a qualifier in the Advanced Spreadsheet Applications competition, and she will be going on to the National BPA Conference. It's going to be held in Dallas the first week of May. We're real excited about this. It's the first person we've had go to national in several years, and so it's something to really be happy about.
Well, we're definitely rooting for you, Isabella. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Great things at BPA. They did really, really well at their state competition. I know our good friend Riley Hooper, being the president, they're doing great things. I wish I would have gotten in it sooner.
Oh, absolutely. Our very own Aaron, who's going to be doing our weather in a little bit, his team got 7th out of, I believe, the 48 teams. That is absolutely amazing.
I know. They qualified for national alternates, and there were freshmen on that team.
I know. That is awesome. Absolutely wild.
Great things.
Absolutely. And several of our students went to a youth leadership camp at Zephyr for the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. I caught up with Jace and Brooke. Let's check it out.
Hi, it's Maddie with Calallen TV, and I'm here with a group of students that attended the Ryla camp this past weekend. Ms. Dietrich touched up a little bit about it last week, but Jace, can you tell me a little bit about what Ryla is?
Sure. Ryla is a camp that you go to and you do many activities, and it touches up on leadership skills and learning how to do basic stuff like communication and teamwork, and it touches up on all those skills that you can use throughout the rest of your life.
And Brooke, what kind of activities did y'all do while at camp?
We did a lot of leadership building. We worked with our own teams. We had different color teams such as red, maroon, blue. We also worked with other students from other different groups who we'd never met before with learning how to communicate with them, like Jay said. And we also, did a lot of activities where there was a whole ropes course where we, worked as a team to get through them. So it was a lot of leadership building.
And Jace, did you have any lasting impressions that the camp gave you?
For sure. As a result of the camp, I noticed my confidence greatly increased. I noticed I'm a very much more confident person than I first thought, and I got humbled a lot.
And Brooke, if you were able to go back to the camp, would you if you could?
I definitely would. They have a program where in 6 months that we can apply to be trailblazers who was a camper last year, and they're working to be counselors in the following years. And they work a lot behind the scenes, so I would definitely want to do that next year.
Okay, well, thank you. Now that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
The school recently was granted new air purifiers, which now have been placed throughout the school. Emma caught up with Miss Lyons on the new purifiers for more. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm here with Miss Lyons. So, Miss Lyons, can you tell us about these AirMax professionals that we have here?
Yes, the AirMax professionals are air purification filter systems that the district just purchased. They received a grant for a COVID-19 Healthy School Grant, and they bought 129 of these air purification devices for the district, and the high school received 35.
And where will these devices be placed?
They're going to be all around the school. There'll be some in the hallways. There'll be some in the cafeteria, the library. They're going to be in various places throughout the building.
And what will happen if you damage one of these devices?
Well, hopefully no one's going to damage them because they're $750 a piece. So obviously if someone caused damage to them, they would have to pay for those damages.
All right, thank you. And that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
You know, Jolie, I've seen those all throughout the hallways. It's really nice to have.
I know, it was really confusing to see those little white boxes in the hallway. I didn't know what they were until we did the story, so.
Same here.
It's cool.
And the forensics class conducted a project over case files. We interviewed forensics teacher Dr. Hodgkiss on the recent project and what all it involved. Here's Maya with all you need to know on that.
Hey guys, I'm here with Dr. Hodgkiss, and she has her class doing case files. So can you tell us more about this?
Yes, the students are working on a cold case that we have reopened. Each group has gotten into their groups and have looked at the file. They have a bunch of evidence to look at. They have a bunch of pictures to look at, news articles, things of that nature. Also reviewing the actual blunt trauma to the victim, and there's somebody sitting in prison right now who has been wrongfully accused. So they are trying to solve who actually murdered this person, this individual.
Wow, that definitely sounds really interesting. So what kind of tools and supplies do students have access to?
Well, one, they have each other. They're the investigators, and they have their previous knowledge from what we've covered in the class. So they're actually looking into detail of all of the evidence and combining it and talking it amongst themselves and just having a good time with it.
So ultimately, it's just preparing them to be investigators?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you. And that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Now let's take it to Willie with a rundown on sports.
Well, thank you, Jolie, and good morning, Wildcats. Mia spoke on how the softball team has been doing. Let's send it to her to see what she has to say.
Hi, my name is Mia. I'm here at Calallen TV, and I'm here to update y'all about the softball team. So they are in a tournament in San Antonio, and they have currently won 2 games, one against Mission Valley going 12-1, and then San Antonio Prep going 13-0.
Over the past few weeks, our Lady Cat softball team has been competing in tournaments, from a tournament here at Calallen with 4 wins and 2 losses, and traveling over to San Antonio with 3 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. Congrats to our Lady Cats, and best of luck to the rest of the season. One of our very own South Texas girls soccer player, Kaylee Smith, has decided to commit to Mississippi State University as a junior in high school. We caught up with her this past week to get more insight on what made her commit there.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm here with Kaylee Smith, who was recently verbally committed to Mississippi State University. So, Kaylee, what are your feelings on committing to MSU?
I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to the future.
And what made you choose Mississippi State University over every other college you have visited?
It's one of my dad's alma mater. I think that's how you say it. And I'm very excited, and I love the campus, and it was beautiful. And then I love the coaches. They were so sweet, and they're very competitive, and they want to win, and so do I.
And as you said, your dad was an alma mater there. How does your mom and your whole family feel about you attending this college?
They're very excited because they've always we have always grown up watching Mississippi State, and so for somebody in the family to go and play a sport there is very exciting for them.
So this past week, you've done outstanding in the games against Miller and Atlas. As you're heading into district and playoffs, what are your expectations and goals for you as your player and for the team?
I think as a team, we're very excited. We want to get back to the state championship and attempt another go-around. And we're ready to compete. We know when we hit about 3rd, 4th round, we gotta put the gas on and start performing again and get back into the higher level of play that we don't normally see in district. So it's just being ready and prepared and getting prepared in practice. That way we're ready for playoffs.
All right, well, thank you, and congrats on your commitment. And that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Some of our boys on the powerlifting team qualified for regionals, and we caught up with Coach Hofstetter on who qualified and how he thinks they will do.
Hi, my name is Mia. I'm here at Calallen TV, and I'm here with Coach Hofstetter. So I know that the boys have a regional meet coming up this Friday. Can you give me a little bit more info about it?
Yes, ma'am. We're going to
we're going to be competing in Bishop. We're going to weigh in on Thursday, and compete Friday all day. We're starting at 8:30. They're in Bishop. There are going to be 6 platforms, 2 flights. So we're going to have, out of our 14 kids that qualified, we're going to have a variation where I think it's 5 in the first flight and 7 on the other, or actually 8 in the other.
Who are some boys that are competing?
In our list, we have some guys lifting. It would be Alex Vela in the 123s, Justin Cantu, Carlos Rosales, and Connor Rackley all in the 123s. We have Julian Caneta in the 132s. We have Luke Medina and Nate Garcia in the 165s. We have Epi Hinojosa in the 198s. Josh Jarman in the 220s. We have Grant Taylor, Junior Science, and Evan Eden in the 242s. We have Aiden Hinojosa in the 275s, Patrick Davis in the super heavyweights, and then we have one alternate, Major Holland, in the 132s.
How do you foresee this meet coming out?
Really excited. We have the most qualifiers of any team in the region with 14. We have guys that I really feel that have an opportunity to qualify for state. We have, I think, 6 that can hit qualifying total. There's 2 ways to qualify for state: either place top 2 or hit a qualifying total. We have 6 that potentially right now, if they hit their numbers, will be qualifying for state.
Well, you heard it from us. Make sure you're supporting our boys powerlifting team. Now that's all for me. Now back to the studio.
We have some footage over the last week's track meet. Let's check it out.
It's Nate with Calallen TV, and I'm here with Brody Rogers. Brody, how did you do today?
I did all right. I was doing pole vault and long jump at the same time, and I got 2nd in the pole vault, and I got 3rd in the long jump.
That's excellent. How do you think you could improve for the next meet?
Well, I wish I didn't have to do the meets or the events at the same time because I get pretty tired, but I think if I just stay hydrated, practice hard next week, I'll do good next week.
Hi, my name is Mia. I'm here with Calallen TV. I'm here with Matthew. So I know that you ran a 3200. What'd you place?
I placed 3rd overall.
And when you get tired, because I know that it's hot out here, what are some things that you do to keep going?
Me, in my mind, I just tell myself to keep pushing because there's always a person ahead of me, and I always just want to pass them, you know? So I just keep telling myself to just move forward and forward.
And lastly, is there things that you think you could have done better on?
I think I could have gotten better strides. I think I bounced a bit too much, so that really did some damage on my kneecaps, my joints there. So I should have just postured myself better overall.
Well, you heard it from us. Now that's all for me. Now back to the studio.
Track competed in a meet yesterday in Flower Bluff. We will have more on that next week. Our boys soccer team played a huge game against the Alice Coyotes, taking the win, which seals them tied with first place, and they have to win out and hope Miller beats Alice or Miller ties. Our undefeated girls soccer team has been blowing teams out of the water with 31 goals scored in the past few games. That is phenomenal if you ask me. However, they did wake up early this past Saturday for a car wash, and most of the donations that are given to them go off to cancer research. So, you know, it's a good fundraiser that they hold here at the Calallen High School. But best of luck to the rest of the seasons with boys and girls soccer. Our boys baseball team is currently wrapping up a tournament over in Kerrville. We'll have more updates on that tournament later on next week. The Calallen baseball team did play in the Calallen Classic tournament here in Calallen, where they went 5-1 with Sinton beating them. Kudos to Sinton for showing up to play, but however, Sinton does need some stuff to work on, losing to TM. Well, that's a wrap here for sports. Now let's send it back to the anchors.
You know, Jolie's still kind of continuing on with the sports and stuff like that. Just this past Tuesday was our last girls' home soccer game, you know, and I know we both went. Yes. And, you know, talking about Kaylee, she did amazing.
I know, committing to Mississippi State as a junior, great accomplishment. She's a great
Absolutely.
athlete. She's a beast on the field. Getting to watch her was so fun. And then the score, 16-0 against Ingleside, impressive things coming from our soccer team.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
excited.
Cannot wait to see where they go.
Now here's Aaron with today's weather forecast. What's in store for us today, Aaron?
Thank you, Jolene. Good morning, Wildcats. Today's weather is brought to you by Sonic, America's favorite drive-in. And I know you felt those cold winds last night and chilling. It's going to be 41 degrees and a 0% chance of rain and winds from the north at 20 miles per hour. So this is a dry front. The rest of the day, we're going to be hitting the low 50s, and then later at 4 o'clock, we're going to be peaking to the high 50s. All again to fall later tonight. It'll hit 49 degrees, where winds will come from the north at 16 to 7 miles per hour. And starting off our spring break Sunday, we're going to be in the low 60s, so it'll be a little better than today. And winds from the southeast at 14 miles per hour. And Monday, we'll be in the low 70s with a 3% chance of rain and winds from the south at 13 miles per hour. There are 70 days until graduation. Back to the anchors.
Well, thank you very much, Aaron. You know, it definitely was a bit chilly. Cannot wait for the temperatures to go back up.
Oh, I know. And it's so funny because last week we were just talking about how the temperatures were starting to warm up a little bit, and then those north winds hit us with that. But
absolutely crazy.
It felt really good last week. You know, I was really pumped for, you know, a little heat wave to come in for the spring break, you know, go to the beach, get tan over the week. However, I don't really tan, but, you know, it would be nice to have some heat down in South Texas, you know, for a week or so.
It would be.
I agree. And that's all your announcements for today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So, guys, why did it take so long for pirates to learn the alphabet?
I don't know, Jolie, why?
They kept getting stuck at sea.
And for all of you social people out there, make sure you are following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Calallen TV for all of the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always,
stay classy, Calallen.